You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rants for Black and White Sports, and let's talk about LaChina James. That's right, LeBron James. LeBron James just got hurt. Extensively hurt in what looked initially like, oh crap, he might have had an ACL tear. As we know, the most outspoken member of the Marxist NBA of China, he got hurt this weekend, and the Lakers are in a great deal of trouble. Now, on this channel, one of the few media entities that myself and Mr. Matrixx really likes to listen to, boy, it's a tough watch, though these days, with Shannon Sharp and some of his takes. I got to admit, I really miss Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith because they were a good balance, counterbalance off of each other. Well, Skip Bayless shares one thing with myself and Mr. Matrixx. He's not a big fan of LeBron James, okay? He is steadfast in his belief that MJ, Michael Jordan, is the greatest player ever. We agree. And that no matter what, LeBron will never be like Mike. Well, the theme continues. Montrezl Harrell, and if you're thinking, well, that name sounds familiar, Rhodes. He was the player that came out last year and made some slurs towards Luka Doncic. Okay? Great little young player with the Dallas Mavericks. He made some slurs, okay? Montrez is a pretty good player, good like six-man type of player, who, by the way, breaking news, he may be on the trade block now. Yeah, that's right. He may be on the trade block. Well, he come out and made some comments because Solomon Hill was playing some great defense on LeBron James the other day when LeBron got hurt, okay? Because, look, Solomon did get into LeBron, all right? And it makes you wonder exactly how LeBron would react, how some of the league would react if they had to play against teams of the 90s, right? The Bulls, the Pistons, the Knicks, the Charlotte Hornets even, Anthony Mason, Larry Johnson, all those teams. And then, of course, Larry Johnson went to the Knicks, Derek Harper, John Starks, Patrick Ewing. I mean, good God, those teams were tough. The Pacers, all right? If they crumble this easy, because defense like that was common in those days. Well, this is what Montrezl Harrell came out and said, because I guess some of the Lakers were displeased with what happened. One thing that is clear, however, this is from CBS Sports, the Lakers are unhappy with how this injury happened. Montrezl Harrell, in particular, thinks the incident that caused LeBron's injury is something the league should look into. Quote, we don't feel like it was one of those basketball-type plays. Yeah, you're right. In this day and time, it's not one of those basketball-type plays because you don't see that good of defense too much anymore. You don't. So, Skip Bayless does what Skip does. He lost his ever-loving mind over this comment from Montrezl Harrell. And I'm going to play you a little snippet of this clip right now.
Okay, let me answer the question because I will tell you flat out, not a dirty play. Period. End of story. Well, I'm answering the question. It's my turn now. And I cannot imagine why Montrezl Harrell would sit up there after the game and say that was a dirty play. That's out of bounds for Montrezl Harrell.
So as we can see, Skip Bayless was in rare form, okay? Rare form, beating the table, which is his calling card. There was no reason to actually say book it in this instance, but this is the breakdown of exactly what all Skip ended up saying. Skip Bayless exclaims that Solomon Hill did not injure LeBron James intentionally. I don't think he did either. Disagreeing with Montrezl Harrell's notion of a dirty play. It seems as though the LeBron James Ironman season has officially come to a halt. The four-time champ head back to the locker room and later was diagnosed with a high ankle sprain, and he's out for what looks like will be at least a month. Okay. Skip Bayless, he lost his mind, as you saw. Following the Lakers' loss, he tweeted out, "I will tell you flat out, this was not a dirty play on LeBron, period. End of story. It's out of bounds for Montrezl Harrell to say that was a dirty play." Skip goes on further to say Hill was aware of LeBron James being close to him and intentionally pulled his punch. In other words, Solomon Hill could have went even harder on LeBron, even harder. He also brings up the fact that Solomon is gritty on defense. He plays good defense. And since he caused the turnover by knocking the ball out of LeBron's hands, he dove for it. And, of course, the Lakers are all up in arms. Look, you can see the entire video on Undisputed's YouTube page. But Skip made one thing clear. He feels like if Solomon was intentionally going after LeBron, LeBron might be sitting around with a torn ACL right now. Okay, that could be a possibility that he might have blown his ACL out if Solomon would have went even harder. Look, much like me and Mr. Matrixx, we both think that Mr. Solomon Hill was playing good defense, and things got a little aggressive, and it was a good throwback play to the good old days of the NBA back in the heyday, before everything got so twisted, and really to the point where I just don't even want to watch. Outside of all the social issues, I'm so sick of seeing guys dribble, 30-foot shot, boink, miss. And it's all over the league. The three-pointer has ruined the league, in my opinion, along with all kinds of other things. Tell me what you think about Skip Bayless. Yeah, Skip Bayless goes hard. He lost his mind, and he believes, look, good defense is what LeBron truly fell victim to. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.